Hello there, all you people everywhere. What do you say? Let's see what's in the grammar grab bag today. Rhyming is the theme. It's not a dream, stay on the beam. We are a team. You know what I mean. It is what it may seem. I'm losing steam. All this rhyming makes me want to scream. Rhyming consists of words that have the same ending sound. It's very simple, not too profound. Listen for the rhyming words in our story today, and all the words starting with GR that I say. And watch for the feeling signs along the way. In Griffin's Grumpy Great Granny, story and pictures by Cathy, video and special effects by Roger. Griffin always enjoyed taking his gregarious great-granny Gretchen for a walk. He knew she needed the exercise, plus he made it fun with her wacky rhyming talk. He rang her doorbell, excited to see his great-granny's cheerful face, but a grumpy-looking woman stood there, causing Griffin to wonder if he was at the wrong place. Gritting her teeth, she said, "Greetings, Griffin. I'm ready to go. We have several stops just to let you know." Griffin gave her a hug, hoping that would cheer her up a bit, but the hug did not seem to be of any great benefit. They usually started their trek by going to the park. On the way there, they heard a giant greyhound bark. The dog lumbered up beside them, looking quite ferocious, not to mention frightening and atrocious. Griffin was surprised when his great-granny leaned toward the dog, growling. The dog stopped in its tracks, turned tail, and ran away howling. Gretchen straightened up, trudging on after giving that dog the evil eye. Griffin was now more confused about her demeanor, not knowing why. He played on the monkey bars, hanging upside down. He made funny faces like a silly, goofy clown. His great-granny said in a tone rather gruff, "I don't mean to be in a huff, but I've got to get some stuff. I need to go to the store. It can be such a chore." Griffin was disappointed that his efforts had failed. However, his determination to lighten his great-granny's mood prevailed. "I need to make a stop at the nearby repair shop. My cuckoo clock is broken," she groused in a voice quite outspoken. "The owner's name is Randy. When it comes to fixing things, he's quite handy. He said it would be ready today. We can pick it up on our way." Continuing their walk, Griffin told a joke he thought was amusing. He got no reaction, once again his attempt losing. "Oh, no," Gretchen grumbled when she saw that the sign on the door read "Closed." She let out a grating, grisly grunt. Another negative trait exposed. Things did not get much better when they arrived at the market. "The prices are all too high," Gretchen griped, her face turning scarlet. At the checkout, she complained to the grocer, "These green grapes are squishy and sour. And just look at the rip in this bag of flour." Griffin looked at her, wondering why she sounded so mean. It was a side of her he had never seen. In an effort to help, he grabbed the grocery sack. He hated seeing his great-granny acting so contrary and off track. On the way home, Gretchen walked slower and slower. It seemed her disposition couldn't get much lower. Grinding her jaw, she said, "I don't mean to sound so grumpy, but walking on the grass is too lumpy and on the gravel too bumpy." Then she asked, trying to get a grip and not totally ruin their trip, "How about when we get back, we have a nice tasty snack?" Griffin's face brightened, assuming his great-granny felt better by offering him a treat, but she continued to grimace all the way to her street. Griffin couldn't grasp as to why his grim great-granny had been such a grouch until at home she sat on her couch and groaned, "Ouch! These new shoes I'm wearing are way too tight," she said as she tried pulling them off with all her might. Her feet were finally set free after she untied the shoe's bows, Then she stretched out her arches and wiggled her toes. She rubbed her feet gently with her hand, exclaiming, "Ah, now this feels wonderfully grand." Then turning to her grandson, she said, "I'm sorry I've been such a grump." And with a grin, his gracious great-granny gave the cushion a thump. "Come here beside me, Griffin, and sit down. I promise I'll wear different shoes the next time we walk to town." Griffin was filled with gratitude that the mystery was solved. All his great-granny's grouchy feelings now dissolved. The problem was simply that her feet were terribly sore. Griffin vowed to not let his great-granny wear those shoes anymore. The end. Until next time, safe walking.